Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Coco Gauff overcomes 23 double faults to squeak past Danielle in Montreal. In June, Coco Gauff celebrated her second major title at Roland Garros. On Tuesday evening, she celebrated her first win in 3 appearances since that crowning achievement. And Gauff did so by overcoming 23 double faults and being within 2 points of defeat. The top seed in Montreal with Aryna Sabalenka absent, Gauff survived countrywoman Danielle at the National Bank Open, 7-5, 4-6, 7-6, 2. Finding a rhythm on serve proved a challenge for both competitors. The two each went 9 for 16 on their breakpoint chances, and in addition to Gauff's problems at the line, Collins herself double-faulted 13 times. The former Australian Open finalist nearly pulled off her second win over a world number 2 this season. Having twice erased a break deficit in the decider, Collins served for the match at 6-5, but couldn't string together the right sequence of points in losing the 2-deuce game. Gauff soon ran away with the final 5 points of the first-time meeting, ironically finishing with an ace out wide to prevail after 2 hours and 56 minutes. This is the 21-year-old's first tournament since going 0-2 on grass that ended with an opening defeat at Wimbledon to Diana Yastremska. Veronika Kudermetova, who knocked off 29th seed Olga Danilovic 6-4, 6-2, awaits Gauff in the third round. In the swirling winds of Montreal, Coco Gauff did what champions do best. She found a way. It wasn't pretty. In fact, at times, it was painfully awkward, agonizingly tense, and downright confusing. But when the dust settled and the lights glared down on center court, it was Gauff, not Collins, who stood tall, victorious after one of the most dramatic, error-strewn, and emotionally draining matches of her career. The scoreboard read 6-7-5, 6-4, 7-5 in favor of Gauff. But that bare result says nothing of the story behind it. This was not just a tennis match. It was a 3-act drama, with plot twists, raw emotion, and a heavy dose of self-sabotage, most notably from Gauff's erratic serve. 23 double faults. That number alone could have buried a lesser player. It could have derailed any rhythm. It nearly cost her the match. But somehow, someway, Coco Gauff held her nerve and played her best tennis when it mattered most. ACTI, a stormy start. From the first game, it was clear that this would not be a smooth ride. Gauff opened her service with a double fault, a foreboding sign of the chaos to come. Collins, as gritty and feisty as ever, pounced on the shaky rhythm and quickly put pressure on Coco's second serve. Collins had a game plan: attack early, capitalize on the weak second serve, and feed off Gauff's nerves. It worked. The Florida native was brutal with her returns, dictating play and forcing Gauff to work twice as hard for every point. The first set was a tightrope walk. Gauff, despite the mounting double faults, held her ground from the baseline. Her forehand was clean, her court coverage sublime, and her fighting spirit ever-present. But in the tiebreak, it was Collins who held her nerve, taking it 7-5 after 2 more Gauff double faults sealed her fate. ACT 2, rewriting the script. Between sets, Gauff sat with her head bowed. Not in defeat, in recalibration. You could see the gears turning. Something had to change. Her serve, usually a weapon, had become a liability. But champions adjust. And adjust she did. While the double faults didn't stop, they slowed. More importantly, her return game kicked into high gear. Gauff began to anticipate Collins' shots better, pushing her deeper and deeper behind the baseline. She chased down everything, made Collins hit extra balls, and forced errors with her sheer tenacity. It was in the 5th game of the second set when the match turned. Down breakpoint, Gauff saved it with a gutsy down-the-line backhand, then held after a 12-minute game. That hold energized her. She broke Collins in the next game with a thundering forehand return winner and clenched her fist toward her box. This was a different Gauff, still flawed, still serving inconsistently, but mentally locked in. She took the second set 6-4, roaring as she leveled the match. ACT 3, the chaos and the comeback. If the first 2 sets were emotional roller coasters, the third was a psychological thriller. Every service game was a minefield. The double fault tally crept higher, and Gauff's frustration became visible. A racket tap here, a mutter there, a glance toward her team with eyes that begged for calm. Collins, sensing the opportunity, raised her level. She broke early and surged ahead 4-2. The crowd, initially hushed by the errors, now rallied behind Gauff. Every point she won was met with defiant applause. Every mistake, a collective wince. Then came the game of the match. At 4-3, Collins serving, Gauff produced a stunning display of defense. She tracked down 3 potential winners and finally ended the rally with a flick passing shot that kissed the sideline. The breakback was complete. It was 4-4, and the arena erupted. But the drama wasn't done. Serving at 5-5, Gauff committed her 22nd and 23rd double faults of the match. Collins had break point, a virtual match point, but Gauff responded with a gutsy inside-out forehand, followed by a perfectly placed drop shot that left Collins stranded. One game later, at 6-5, Gauff earned her first match point. And fittingly, it came not with an ace or a rally winner, but a gutsy return that forced an error. Collins went for too much on a backhand and sent it long. Game, set, match, Gauff. The aftermath, flaws and fortitude. The stats were as ugly as the scoreline was beautiful. 23 double faults, the most in her career. 42 unforced errors, many from rushed service games. 53 winners, a testament to her aggression and refusal to play passive. After the match, Gauff was candid. "Honestly, I don't know how I won that," she said, smiling nervously. "I felt like I was playing 2 opponents, Danielle and my serve, but I just kept fighting." And that's exactly what made this one so compelling. It wasn't Gauff's best tennis. It wasn't dominant or clean, but it was gritty. It was real, and it showed exactly why she is considered one of the toughest mental warriors on tour. Collins, to her credit, praised Gauff after the match. "She's relentless. Even when she's struggling, she finds a way. That's the mark of a great competitor." A mirror and a message. This match will not go down as one of the highest quality displays of tennis in 2025, but it may prove to be one of the most important for Gauff. It forced her to confront her weaknesses head-on. The serve, long her Achilles heel, nearly broke her, but she didn't let it define her. There's something profoundly inspiring about a player who wins despite her flaws, rather than because of perfection. Coco Gauff didn't glide into victory. She clawed her way there, inch by inch, point by agonizing point,